Hi, guys. Today is Wednesday, and so today we're going to be listening as Miss Gideon reads part 3 to you of The Little House by Virginia Lee Burton. Okay, so this is part 3 today. When I'm finished, we'll talk about your writing assignment for today. Pretty soon, there were trolley cars going back and forth in front of the little house all day and part of the night, and everyone seemed to be very busy, and everyone seemed to be in a hurry. You see right there's the trolley cars coming up around in front of the little house, and there's little house right here. Pretty soon, there was an elevated train going back and forth above the little house. The air was filled with dust and smoke, and the noise was so loud that it shook the little house. Now she couldn't tell when spring came, or summer, or fall, or winter, because it all seemed about the same. I'm going to hold this up so you can get it there, so you can see it a lot better. There. Pretty soon, there was a subway going back and forth underneath the little house. She couldn't see it. Here it is. But she could feel it and she could hear it. People were moving faster and faster. No one noticed the little house anymore. Now they hurried by her without even so much as a glance her way. You know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing that there are more and more buildings being built up around her. Pretty soon, they tore down the apartment houses and the tenant houses all around Little House. So she's right here. They came with their big steam shovels and dug down 3 stories on one side and 4 stories on the other side. Pretty soon, they started building up. They built up 25 stories on one side and 35 stories on the other side. When I get this closer, can you see the big, tall buildings? Do you see Little House right here? Let me see if I can point her out. I'm on the wrong page. There we go. There she is. Now the little house only saw the sun at noon, and she didn't see the moon or the stars at night at all because there were so many lights from the city. They were way too bright. She didn't like living in the city at night. She used to dream of being in the country again, and the field of daisies and the apple trees dancing in the moonlight. The little house was very sad and lonely. Her paint was cracked and dirty. Her windows were broken, and her shutters hung crookedly. She looked shabby, though she was just as good a house as ever underneath. Let me put this up close so you can see. There she is, right there. See how she looks kind of old? Nobody's taking care of her right now. Then one fine morning in spring, you know what? I'm going to stop. I am actually going to stop right here. And I'm going to save this page where it says one fine morning in spring. We're going to save this for tomorrow. Okay? So I'm going to stop here where it says, the little house was looking shabby. Nobody was taking care of her. All right, so we're going to stop the story there. And today is Wednesday. So it tells us that we're going to listen to part 3, which is what you just did. And then you're going to write. So you've written what happened first for me. Yesterday, you wrote what happened next for me in the story. Today, you are going to write what happened then. So this word says then. Okay, so I want you to think about what you just heard Miss Gideon read in the portion of the story today. And I want you to write me a 5-star sentence to tell me what happened then in the story. Okay, and remember that our sentence has to start with a capital letter. You need to use your neat handwriting, a finger space between your words. Your sentence has to make sense when you read it. And you need to have a period at the end of your sentence. Okay? You're going to write a sentence for me about what was going on in the story today, and then you're going to draw me a picture. All right? So you can go ahead and stop the video and do that for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to read part 4, the last part of it, the story to you. Okay? All right. Have a great day. Bye bye.